3 to 4 days later, he called me back with the results. One little spot I have on my palate that it's been swollen for about, I would say, 3 to 4 years that I can remember. I think it's probably allergy. I eat a lot of cinnamon, and for what I've heard before, I know cinnamon can give you an allergic reaction, but it just doesn't go away, so I'm not completely sure about what it is.
Okay, and you've had other doctors look at it?
No.
You've had dental examinations,
I've
though,
had dental examinations.
and nobody has picked up on this in the
No.
last 3 or 4 years that you feel like it may have been developing.
Yes, no.
Okay. What I want you to do is keep your chin up and open real wide, and I'm going to take this little wand and I'm going to look through your tissue and see if we see anything unusual. It looks a little bit milky up there. And that just gives us a little suspicion that something could be going on with that tissue. I'd like to take a photograph. Okay, so that we'll have some documentation of what it looked like today. And then the other thing I'd like to do is a brush biopsy.
Okay.
Take these off. And the way the brush biopsy works is I take a little brush and just rub it on the surface of the tissue. I smear it onto a glass slide, I fix it, and I send it off to the lab that will actually read this under the microscope. Maria, this is the photograph that we just took of the lesion. And here it is. I'm just going to trace it for you. Looks like it's covering a pretty good amount of your palate. Yes. That's the area that it doesn't look swollen, but you said it feels swollen. So there's kind of been a change in a variety of ways. It feels different. It's slightly raised, but it has this red and white appearance on it, and that concerns me. Under 40 years old, you're not a smoker, correct? No history of smoking, and no history of excessive alcohol use? Just an occasional drink?
No.
Nothing. So no alcohol, no cigarettes, no tobacco of any kind?
No.
And you're young. When that result comes back, then we'll go over that with you and make sure that there's nothing we need to do to further investigate this. But I would like you to stop the cinnamon.
Okay.
Just cold turkey, go off of it, and let's see what happens.
Okay.
And I'd actually like to see you in about 10 days for that, so we'll probably have the results back, so it'll be perfect. We can go over everything at the same time.
Okay, that sounds great.
Maria, as you know, the brush biopsy result came back positive for some concern. So we sent you to the oral surgeon, and he removed some of this tissue, and the majority of it. And his clinical impression was something called lichen planus, which is not a cancerous condition. It's something that can turn suspicious, but not something that we would typically be concerned about. I'm really glad that he went ahead and did that surgical procedure, because the result that we got back was epithelial dysplasia severe. So that means that there is definitely something wrong with this tissue, and we do need to investigate that further.
I'm not comfortable with it. If it's something that could turn into actual cancer, I think it would be better to just get rid of it. Go ahead.
You know, I really agree with you. And severe dysplasia, to me, that says that this is a pretty scary situation. We need to move forward. I would not feel comfortable just sitting back and watching this. He wanted to see you when again?
About 3 months.
3 months. So he wanted to watch it for 3 months. Well, I'm definitely not comfortable with that. So if you're okay with it, I'd like to contact him and let him know that we would like to go ahead, remove the lesion, make sure that the borders are clear, and then take what comes after that.
The ENT specialist thought we should watch it for about 3 months. After my meeting with Dr. Samaha, she spoke with the oral surgeon and the ENT specialist and told them that we did not want to wait and we wanted to have it removed right away. I went to surgery, and about 3 to 4 days later, he called me back with the results saying that it was positive for squamous cell carcinoma. And the borders were not clear. I don't know what's going to happen after this one. And I'm really glad that I went with Dr. Samaha's decision to have it removed right away.